So at one point, you were trying to do things in a more positive direction with your music. And they were wondering if you were going to go in this backpacker kind of vein of like the KRS-One, Chuck D, Public Enemy. It seemed like, you know, like what happened with that situation?
Well, to make it long story short, I didn't know what I was doing when I rebranded myself as my real name. Like I stumbled on my real name. I just was like, okay, we're not gonna be Rain Man. That's dated. Okay, my real name is Robert. Take the R. Middle name is J. I got two last names, Evans and Payne. And I just kept writing my name down, trying to figure it out. So I think once I figured out the right way to go forward as the new guy, I think it all started to, oh shit, hold on. All right, where was we, Panda?
So you said you kept writing your name down, and then you started going in a different direction.
Right. No, I mean, what was the question though?
Oh yeah, so like at one point you were focused on making like more positive music.
Got you. Right. So that's what I was saying. So as I kept writing it now, I was like, damn, I don't know what to do. So one day I was coming across like logos and shit, and I think my graphic lady sent me like a logo with the RJ Payne, but with a black fist on it. And there's just something about it. I was like, damn, I wonder if I start incorporating this type of message in my music this time around, what'll happen. So I just started experimenting. I started taking some of the P.A. Dre beats that had more of the soulful sound, and I started putting heavy topics behind them, and just would put the music out and just see what would happen. And I would notice people would say it was dope, but they was like, I kind of want you to still be violent though. Like I know you're trying to be peaceful, but I want to hear you beat somebody up. So I kind of did it until I developed a way to do that music. So it was like, once I knew that I can do it, it was easier to just go back to give my fans what they want. So I just basically learned how to take that, what you're talking about, and apply it when I feel like it. Because I figured out that's not what they want from me. Like I could want to save the world as much as I want, but shout out to a guy like Sauce Money, legendary MC. What he told me is, he said, you can't control how people perceive you. So you could want to be Nas. They might say you DMX. You might want to be a DMX and they say you're a Big Pun. You have no control of how people take to your music. So I think that's exactly what happened. I had all intentions on rhyming more like Common Sense, but my fans was like, yeah, but we like the punchlines better.
Yeah, because you ended up making like more of a name for yourself with what you call like the murder, death, kill rap with the leather face and everything, right? It's almost like horror rap. But then like you also said that you wanted to put more substance, like about your life and everything. So how do you find that balance in doing that?
Well, that's what I started doing. That's how I have so many projects. That's kind of how I made the name for myself, because I got so many different projects. So I got soulful joints. I got a series called My Beautiful Payne, where I literally just talk about all of the issues that I'm currently going through. Nothing happy, none of that type of stuff. So I think I need all of those chambers. Like I think it's important for me to show that I can do all of those things, but I think it's equally important that I give my core fan base what they need. But every so often I'll know, okay, I done killed a million rappers. I haven't said anything that was worth any substance. Let me say something, that's when I'll give you a project like one of my most recent ones called The Barbershop. I'll give you something that's introspective on every single track, because I know I can't give you murder, death, kill all the time. Even though my fans will buy it, they love it. It's boring for me.
Right. Yeah, because, we as human beings, like we have so many sides of us, right? So it's like as an artist, I feel like you want to, expand on that. You want to give more, like, it's kind of like, that's why people have like alter egos in rap, right? Like, you got Nas, you got the Nasty
That's
Nas,
exactly
you got the Esco, the Escobar, like all those different sides of you. And I feel like that over the years, you started to really, really show people more and more. And I know that you were talking about you wanted to make some more commercial style records with like R&B artists and things like that too, right?
Which I've already, like I said, I started doing them, and I just figured out I have to. So I drop a lot of music. I have to give my fans what they want, and then give them what I want. So I kind of look at it like you got to put the medicine in the candy. Like, can't just save the world. You still got to give them what they want, because it's kind of like talking to, when people be like, yo, we need to talk to the youth, and we need to get them to put the guns down. What they don't understand is you can't be a square talking to the youth, though. They don't want to hear from somebody that's not on a level. Like, you still got to be able to relate to these people. So again, if I can give you my little 2 cents on something positive, I will. But I also understand, to get through to these people, I still got to give them the punchline. I got to give them Leatherface.
Right. And that kind of reminds me of like Tupac, because like he felt like, you know, in order to lead somebody out of their world, you got to enter their world, right? Like, in order to give them
100%.
like what you got to give them what they want in order to give them what they need, you know? And the thing that you're talking about, it kind of reminds me also about Royce, because I know that Royce kind of went through this. Joe Budden had told him, he's like, you're a super talented lyricist, but you rap about like nothing almost, you know, like, and I remember Royce. Right.
That's what we call it. Rapping about rapping.
Right. And Royce once said that, yeah, I spent the first half of my career rapping about my gun and my dick. Basically, that's it. Like, he didn't think that people wanted to hear about his life. But, you know, I think it's always great when an artist is able to give us more, you know?
Yeah, you just have to. What I figured out is, when I do something that's not what my core fan base wants, I figured out I have to stop looking for the instant gratification that I would get when I put out a Leatherface. If for instance, it's like giving a dope fiend a drug. If you give them the exact drug that they want, you get to see in real time how it reacts. But if you give them something healthy, you're going to have to wait a while to see how it hit them, or if they even care, or how they're going to react to it. It's the same thing. So I started to understand, when I give my fans or the people anything other than what they expect, I have to wait a while to see the effects from the thing that's not what they want right then. Like, it never pays off right away. So for instance, I'm on so many projects after my last positive album, but now they're getting the positive album, and they like, yo, the barbershop that you did 5 months ago, I like it. I'm just now getting to it. And I'm like, all right, cool. But they're only getting to it because they was tuned into the last 30 rhymes that I dropped about killing their favorite rappers.
Right. And that's dope, man. That's dope. You know, like, some things, it's going to have to like basically take time, right? It's like wine. It's going to have to age, you know, and then they're going to finally pick it up and they're going to appreciate it. But I think that you are so confident in what you're doing, and that's great that you're not losing that, because it's easy to just be like, you know what? Well, they only really rocking with this style, so let me just do that, and like dumb yourself down almost. You know what I'm saying? But like, you believe in something so much.
Like you said, I suffer from a good place, but I suffer from, like you said, being a fan of Jay-Z, being a fan of Nas, being a fan of DMX. So I can do all of these forms of music, and when I don't do them, I don't feel like a complete artist. So I have a yearning that when I kind of feel it, like, okay, I done killed 1 million rappers, CD after CD, I got to say something. Like, that's just an inner thing. So even if the fans don't love it, I got to get it out. I got to give them something different just to make myself feel complete.
Yeah, man. And the way that you work with putting out so many projects, I think that you're able to do that, you know? So I think that's great.